Hello, welcome. Hi, everybody. Happy Friday or Saturday if you are living in the future. Hi, who do we have today? Peter Brook. Hello. How are you? Good morning. Yes, it is morning for you, isn't it? You are one of our friends who lives in our future. Oh, must be nice down there to be in the summer. We're having winter up here. I hope your Saturday unfolds quite beautifully. Hello, Gloria. We were just chatting on Insight Timer. Yes, good evening. Good evening to you. Yeah, sending you a big bear hug too. It's nice to see you again. It's been a few weeks. Muggy and humid, Peter. Yeah, maybe that isn't so nice. I'm not a big fan of muggy and humid personally. I think we're going to be having some people join a smidge late. My dear friend and fellow teacher Susan Sage is having a live right now, and a number of our regulars are over there chilling with her. She is wonderful. If you don't know her or haven't met her in Insight Timer, there's a lot of ways in which our stories synergize, but she's been a big help to me. So, okay, Gloria. We will put you on the list, my dear. I have a new way of doing it since you were last here. I use a wheel of names and spin the wheel. You want on too, Peter? Fantastic. We're going to start off small, I think, and that's good. So for anybody, is anyone new here? Has anyone never been to one of my lives? Hello and welcome if you haven't. Please say hello and where you're from. My name is Greg Phillips. I live in Rochester, New York, which is in Western New York State in the US of A on planet Earth. Wait, we're all on planet Earth right now. Oh, okay. Hey, that means we're all one, right? Hello, Linda. Did you just pop over from Susan's? You did, because you were talking about Michigan, weren't you? Yeah. Susan is awesome. I love Susan so much. Who else is here? Is anyone new? I know that several of you aren't. You don't have to say hi if you don't want to, but I love to get to know everybody. Slowly but surely. So if you are new, I do something called ChakraTouch. So I was given and eventually said yes to a gift and where I tap into people's chakras and I can actually see how their energy is moving. It shows me patterns of movement. It gives me sounds. Sometimes there's visuals, sometimes there's colors. And then I work with the person who's having the reading. That's basically what I do here is do readings. Well, I do more than that, but yeah, mostly the structure is readings. And then I work with that person and guide them on using that energy for whatever purpose that energy is needed in the moment. That could be healing, it could be physical, emotional, spiritual, mental healing. It could be shifting some sort of pattern of thinking or a block that they're having. It could just simply be a new awareness, or it could just be receiving tons of love and support from all of us here in the live. And I often invite in lots of everybody else in the live to do various things energetically to support whoever's having the reading. And it is a beautiful, powerful, and loving space. And I just got all wiggly and got the video fuzzy. Sorry, everybody. I guess I can't sit still, which is sort of fun. Linda, you want that, Greg? Allison, you here from Jersey? Linda, I'm putting you on the list. Is that what you were asking? That's my lighting. I feel like my right cheek is a little bright. How's that? Which is better, this Or oh, that looks awfully bright. Is that better? Tropical North Queensland. Yeah, that's tropical. All right. This one? How's that one? That one's good, Peter? Okay. The other one put a little bright spot on my cheek. So far, we have Gloria, Peter, and Linda on the list. There was also a bright spot there. Anyways, I won't worry about the bright spot. I think it's a distance thing. Oh, funny having a moment of self-consciousness like we haven't had those before as individuals, right? Anyone else interested in having a reading today? So the way I do it now is I put the names into a spin the wheel thing and we let the universe pick and choose one at a time whose energy is needing the reading. So it's actually kind of like a game show, but really fun and slightly random. So yes, please, Allison. Okay, wonderful. Where are you in Jersey, Allison? I used to live in Philly and I spent a little bit of time in Jersey. I was also in New York City and spent a little bit. I used to drive across the bridges into Jersey to get gas because it was always cheaper than it was in Manhattan. Kiana, my dear, dear friend, how are you from Chicago? Mm, Anika love. Yes, soul sisters and brothers. How are you? It's good to see you. We're just sort of chilling and taking names for the reading list. We've got Gloria, Peter, Linda, and Allison. Oh, I'm glad you're well, Kiana. I'd be happy to add you to the list. By the way, Kiana, I sent you a friend request. I know it's hard to see sometimes in the notifications, but just in case. North Jersey near Bergen County. Oh, isn't that gosh, isn't that like really wooded and a little bit of like mountain, slightly mountainous and stuff, Allison? I remember North Jersey being really pretty. Oh, she had his surgery. Okay, how's his recovery going, Anika? I already know, Linda. Yes, beautiful, fantastic. I just, yeah, I remember driving between northern Pennsylvania and New York through northern Jersey. Very, very beautiful. Hey, Charlie, how are you? Oh, Linda's telling Kiana to get in the list for a reading. Okay. Kiana was on the list last week and she didn't get called, I think, right? Or maybe that was 2 weeks ago or whatever. I live in the moment most of the time, so sometimes I lose track of time and space. It's kind of cool. Yeah, it's nice to good to see you again, Charlie, too. Yeah. Hi, Yvonne. Welcome. How are you? Yeah. I've been meditating for like over 35 years, and I think that has a lot to do with helping be in the moment. And just the more I spend time on Insight Timer, even it's just like more in the moment, and then I forget what day it is. But thank God I have lives to do and other little things in life that provide some structure, you know, people to help. And oh, thanks, Charlie. I didn't know you like my laughs. I'm feeling particularly well, I'm always goofy. So I shouldn't say particularly goofy because I'm just a big goofball. But I'm feeling particularly good today. I woke up this morning feeling sad. I was missing a few things in life. In particular, I was missing holding hands and romantic walks and just checking in with a close love in my life kind of thing. And then I went to Jackie Mancuso's live, and we were all talking. Well, she was talking about how tomorrow morning Central Time we're headed into the Sun and Pluto are moving into Aquarius together in tandem. And she was talking about how powerful that was. And when she drew a bunch of cards, it was all about how we're divinely connected through a cosmic grid and how how important love was and service and all these other things. And like within 20 minutes of hearing all that, I wasn't sad anymore. And that's just the story of my life. I'll be thinking of things that make me feel a certain way that isn't necessarily high vibe or positive. And then I'll get the reminders that I need that there's nothing but love and that we're all connected and that we're all here together traveling across through the stars on this amazing spaceship called Planet Earth. So, and then I spent a half an hour with Susan Sage, my dear friend, and I love her teachings. So, oh, thanks, Peter. Appreciate that. You too, Anika. Feeling lots of feels as I receive my finalized divorce papers. Ooh, wow. That could be a mixed bag, my friend. Yeah. Yeah, there must be lots of feels there. Yeah, getting to shift is great. Cool. All right. We're getting ready to spin the wheel soon. I've got Gloria, Peter, Linda, Allison, and Kiana. Anyone else want to be on the list for a reading? Where I read your energy and we work with it together towards whatever it is needing in the moment. I love these Friday night lives. It's a great way to end the week and put like a little bow on the week and a bonnet on the weekend, or I forget the phrase, whatever. All right, we'll stick with that. Gloria, Peter, Linda, Allison, Kiana, and Charlie. Anybody else? You can always add on later. Yes, Saturday morning for you for sure. Okay, I'm just because I love my virtual backgrounds. We're just gonna take this in for a moment. Isn't that pretty? Can you go twice? I can add you to the list, Tanika. You want me to? I'm gonna add you to the list. My intuition says you want to be on the list. Yes. Belinda, okay. Belinda's on the list. Isn't it super pretty? I found this one last week, or maybe 2 weeks ago when I was looking for things with the moon. And it just struck me as just like a beautiful scene, just looking out at the starry night with the slivered moon and these beautiful candles and deliciousness on the table. Looks like there's wait, what's this? Oh, on the side there's another place setting, but the napkins are all wrapped up. Oh, that's interesting. Almost a romantic setting. Where did I go, Greg? Oh, sorry, Kiana. I have my webcam has a shutter on it, so I can just just slide the button over and it'll shutter the camera and it takes me away and shows just the virtual background. Didn't mean to scare you, my dear. I know that was kind of funny. All right. We've got 8 on the list. Did I miss anybody else? Anika, it is super pretty, Charlie. I do like it. Put Belinda before you. Anika, I don't do them in order anymore. We spin the wheel and we let the universe decide who is going to go, and the universe decides the order. It's very freeing and quite wonderful to see how it unfolds. Yes, it is like a romantic evening date. I didn't think of that, Charlie. Well, actually, I did think about that, but appreciate you seeing it too. Okay, awesome. All right, here we go. We're going to spin. I've got to cut the numbers down a tad bit. Excuse me as I show you the side of my head and look at my other screen. Okay, let's shuffle the numbers and spin. All right, who thinks they're going to get it? Close your eyes, practice your intuition, and see if the universe is going to call you. We have a winner. Number 2 is Peter, our friend from, what'd you say? Muggy, humid North Australia. Yay. All right, Peter, as focused and as specific as you can be, what guidance are you seeking today? How can I be of assistance to you? Or just what is our topic, or what is your question? But as clear and specific as you can be. Or if that's not what your intuition is saying, we can wing it, which I'm a little uncomfortable with, but it's important for me to practice spreading my wings on that anyways. Hi, welcome to anyone who's just joined in. We're just about to do our first reading. I do energy readings combined with spiritual coaching, where I actually read people's energy, and it actually talks. It doesn't talk to me, but it shows me its pattern of movement and everything. Peter wants to know about my health, my eyes, and also creative path, please. Okay, wow, you have a lot there. About my health, my eyes. So is the health and the eyes the same topic or two separate ones, my friend? Health, eyes, and creative path. More or less, but there's more. Okay. So do me a favor, close your eyes, and of those two or three topics, just feel inside and see which one is raising its hand for wanting the most attention right now, wanting to be focused on. And you just think of each thing, and whichever one gives you either tingles or the most like, yes, I'm needing this right now. And then let me know the eyes. Okay, cool. We'll start from there. The eyes. The eyes. All right, my dear, close your eyes for me. Eyes are interesting because when I work with the mind space, I often picture the floor of the mind to be right above the eyes. And then, of course, the throat chakra is here. Now, it's funny that I picture the floor there, but technically, because the third eye is about our ability to perceive that which we cannot see, right? And it's about clarity of thought and stuff like that. The eyes really are part of that. So let me just see. I'm gonna check the throat too, because it might be an intersection between the two. The throat has an energy expression that I have seen frequently in other people. Is there something you've been wanting to say or express, or a boundary you've been wanting to set that you haven't been? Plenty. Yeah, well, the image I'm getting of the energy there is it's not as strong as I've seen in other people. So right now in you though, it's that it's like a picture of the mouth, energy of the mouth opening to say something, to say it loud and clear, maybe even scream it, and then nothing comes out. There's like a motion or an energy towards the front of the throat, and then it just shuts off and there's no voice. So it's a voiceless, it's not quite a scream in you today, I would say, but it is a voiceless something. And so that's coming in really loud and clear. I'm going to check on the eyes. I see stars in your eyes. Like literal, actual, like a star emoji star. I'm not sure what that's about. Speak to me about what's going on with your eyes and why you brought that up. I don't know if it's ambitions. It could be. I mean, seeing stars is sort of funny, right? If we think of the different phrases, like I'm seeing stars. So, um, starstruck, like, like when you see something that just that fascinates you or blows you away. It's funny. Some of those emojis that are, when I type in the word beautiful and I type in my emojis, the one that comes up is this face with stars in the eyes, right? Double vision and occasional collapsing eyelids. Okay. Wow. That sounds challenging. So stars I mean, in comics, right? People see stars when they get knocked on the head, right? And they're dizzy. So there's lots of different angles of thinking about stars, but if you're having double vision, hmm. No, I'm not medical and I'm just working with the energy. So we'll just look in. I am seeing two stars, actually. So, hmm. Let's check up at the mind. Are you sitting, Peter? Are you sitting feet flat on the floor? If not, just okay, just get your feet flat on the floor and just close your eyes and drop into your body for a moment. Raise your hands up to your third eye, right on the forehead. Make sure the arms are relaxed and the hands are gentle. We're just gonna go together into your mind. I have a feeling. So the intuitive hit I got when I tapped into the two stars more was a lack of focus or clarity. Let's just see what's going on in your mind. It is cloudy and almost muddied in your mind. But I'm feeling something wanting to come through. This could also relate to your creative path, Peter. Yeah, okay. I had my eyes closed when you typed that, so we just said the same thing. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna say that what I'm sensing energetically is the cloudy mind has a sort of diffuse quality. There's it's not like a cloud in the sky, okay? It's more like a ground fog. I don't know if you've ever been in the fog, like a thick or even a mild fog that's at the ground level, right? It's like you can walk through it, yeah. You can feel the mist on your hands or on your face or somewhere on your body, and your clothing might get a little dewy or misty, right? But it's not like it's going to soak you through unless it gets really thick. But it's still hard to see through. It's a little hard. It's easy to walk through physically, but it's hard to see through visually. So I'm really called to bring in some divine support for you right now. I don't know why, but there's this knocking, this insistency on your crown. Yeah. Okay. So place your heads up on your hands up. Sorry, not your heads. Place your hands on your top of your head there, Peter. And make sure the hand, like I said, arms and hands gentle and soft. And I'm just really feeling like there is this beautiful golden ray of sunshine wanting to enter through the top of your head. But tell me, close your eyes and picture, is there an opening there? There should be an opening, but tell me what the size is. Like, is it widely dilated, or are we talking about like a tiny constricted or somewhere in between? So just let me know what it is there, because I feel like this is just coming through. So as you describe that, I'm channeling basically. So I feel like the two stars in the eyes are the double vision, if you will, but energetically it's two stars. I feel like that's like a lack of focus, and it's almost like so diffuse that it is it is hold on, that there's a disconnect between what you're looking at and what your true focus really is. It's about a hole the size of a Christmas wrap roll. Okay, so about like that. Okay. So in your mind's eye, just extend a look upwards above your head and see a beautiful sun. It is bright shining. It does not hurt your eyes, but it is sending this beautiful beam of light down to touch the top of your head. And as it does so, just in your heart of hearts, just whisper a very loving and open-minded invitation for that sunbeam to come in. Just say, I welcome you. Thank you for being here. I invite you into my space. And just watch as that opening at the top of your head, which is your connection to the divine, slowly widens. And it gets bigger and bigger, and it lets more and more as it's, well, hold on, it's not letting the sun in yet. It's waiting to reach its maximum size. It's beautiful as you're opening to the divine, Pita. And let me know when that opening has just reached its full dilation and it is just there. You're welcoming the sun in. It's a bright, beautiful golden light. Excellent. All right, I see it coming in now. And just let it stream into your mind. Just let it fill that space in your mind. And as it streams in, it is one solid, beautiful, big golden beam of sunlight, and it lands on the floor of your mind right about your eyes length, actually just a little bit above where the eyes are, where the depth of the eyes, right above it, right here. And it is just filling the room, and it is slowly dissipating the fog. And as that fog dissipates, the sun continues to beam down, and it creates a puddle of sunlight. Like, what a beautiful image. It's like liquid sunlight forming a puddle on the floor of your mind. It's really beautiful. It's golden. It's more liquid than gold, but it's almost like somebody melted gold, but it has that bright sunshiny quality, not the like the gold metal quality. It's really beautiful, and it begins to fill your mind. It actually just fills that whole space, and just fill your mind with this beautiful liquid golden light. And the sunbeam continues to shine in through your head. And just watch, and when the mind gets full of this golden light, just watch as it sort of just drips and oozes down. So it's dripping and oozing down. It's like there's suddenly porous holes in the floor of your mind, and it's just dripping and oozing down through your eyes area, down through the sinuses, just gentle, almost like butter or molasses, smooth, slow, and very warm and very loving. And it's just bathing the parts of your head as it goes down through the nose area, down through the mouth, and down into the throat area, and let it linger in the throat for a little bit. And that voice, that mouth that wishes to speak, suddenly forgets about what it wants to say, and it's just basking in this beautiful, delicious golden liquid. It's almost, it's almost doing backflips or whatever you call it. It's doing a backstroke or just floating, just relaxing and letting go. It's surrendering to the divine connection. And then let that liquid sunshine continue to drip down into your chest and into your heart, turning your heart into a brilliant red gold, beautiful glowing space. I feel like the message that's coming through is that you're forgetting your divine connection, that you're forgetting that is the true focus, both for your creativity and whatever you're needing to express or say, or whatever it is that you are seeing. And that, I mean, and you started with that connection being kind of, like you said, like the Christmas wrapping roll. size, which, I mean, we have no judgment over it. It doesn't matter what size it is. We always have that connection to the divine. We may have opened it widely, or we may have closed it because we're hurt or scared or something. But when we remember and when we welcome and invite that in, we can allow that divine support to flow through us like the golden, beautiful puddle of sunlight that we created in your mind. And I don't know how this I don't know the big picture here for how it relates to the three things that you brought up. And I don't even know if it will facilitate any healing, but I just feel like this is such a really important reminder for you right now, especially because where does our true creativity, right? Our true vision, even a vision for ourselves here on the planet, our vision for our lives and what we're wanting to do, it really, the true version of it comes from the divine, comes from our connection to source and from the universe, right? And it's when we, what's she saying? Okay. Full of tiny stars too. Okay, yes. So one point, I imagine it before you spoke it. It's all connected for me. Okay, great. Sometimes I don't know, I know this comes from somewhere, but I just don't know if it lands or if it resonates. But hello, Hetty. Welcome. Nice to see you. Peta, I hope that that is enough for you right now. I feel a sense of completion for now with you. Hello, Gary. Welcome, my friend. Peter, I just think that's really like what's the other piece here? Hmm. Okay. The eyes. Okay. Okay. Oh, wow. This is all coming through. I just gotta sort through it for a little bit. It's like, it's fascinating because I can feel the quality of the message without having the right words. And so I just sort of have to let it kind of flow. Um, Peter, your eyes are trying too hard. That's the message I'm getting. Your eyes are trying too hard. Okay. Um, so what? Hmm. What I'm being told is that you're looking too intently with the physical. You're looking too intently. You're maybe evaluating or analyzing things in the physical. You're maybe evaluating or analyzing circumstances and scenarios rather than tapping into the divine and asking for the divine wisdom and the divine love to show you the path. Does that make sense? Oh, hi, Shawnee. Welcome. It's a pleasure to have you here. Hetty, yes, I'll add you to the list, sweetheart. Okay. Hetty, is it watch party? Where's Sonia? I know she was in Susan Sage's. Absolutely making sense, Peter. Okay. Fantastic. Fantastic. Yeah, so that, I mean, bring that into your meditations, my friend, right? Uh Cultivate, of course, without judgment or story. That is always one of my biggest encouragements when you're using the tool of your mind, right? We don't want our minds to be masters. We want our hearts and our connection to the divine to be the masters of our lives. But the mind is a useful tool. It's important. So cultivate a increased awareness about when the eyes, maybe they're symbolic, maybe they're not, but when the eyes are trying to see too hard, when they're trying to see, they're trying too hard. Yeah, that was the word. Are you okay? To see maybe how that comes up for your meditations or any of the other spiritual work you do. And I have a feeling that you can grow this awareness and catch it when the eyes are trying too hard and use that then as your reminder, my dear, for returning to your connection to source, returning. And even then, do like, even without me, do a check-in on, see what size that connection is on the head, on the top of your crown, right? If it's tiny or if it's the size that it was when we started, you have the power to open that. And then sometimes that's just simply saying, I welcome in and I invite the divine to inspire me and to guide me in this moment because I can't do it myself right now or whatever, right? You can come up with your own stuff. Okay. Wonderful, Peter. I'm so glad that is really good. That gives you so much clarity. Yay. I love when that happens. Oh, that is so awesome. Let's see what else. Gloria, yes, my dear. Greg, I would like to pass my space to Hetty so I can get to bed. Oh, yeah. Okay. Thank you for creating space for me and a beautiful day. All right, I'm sending you lots of love and blessings, Gloria. Let's connect soon and check my message on Insight Timer. All right, so Gloria is off the list. So let's see now. Gloria, that is really sweet. So Hetty went in at 9, but Gloria is giving her space to Hetty. Interesting. Okay. Yes, Gary, I'd be happy to put you on the wheel today. I'm still like, I already put, I'm going to leave it there. My intuition says leave it there and see what happens. We'll put Gary in. So good. I'm so glad. And I love your flowers, Peter. What? How did I read you already? Anika, did you just get a benefit from Peter's? I love when that happens. See, that's proof that we're all connected, right? Let me know, Anika. That would be amazing. Oh, that's awesome. All right. Let me see how many extra numbers I need to put in. Oh, not that many. Would anyone else like to get on the list before I spin our magical wheel of the universe? Shawnee, hi. Not sure how this works, but I'd love to be added if I could. Absolutely, my friend. This works by saying you are interested in having a reading with me and really with everybody else, because we're all here in love, supporting each other. And then I add you to the list and I spin a magical wheel of names that then picks who goes next. So I'm ready to spin. Yeah, it actually is kind of cool. Alrighty, let's see what we got. All right, close your eyes, practice your intuition, and see if you can sense. Are you going to get called? Who's going to get called? Who is number 8? Belinda, are you still here? I got to put my feet flat on the floor. Oh, Gary, that's awesome. Belinda, my dear, my friend, are you here? Sometimes we lose people due to life or bedtimes or whatnot. Gary, you have such a big heart. Well, you all do, really. I shouldn't just single out Gary, but everybody here that comes has such a big heart. You guys are so supportive of each other. I love that. All right, Belinda, last call for Belinda. Okay, well, maybe we'll circle back to Belinda. We're going to spin again. All right, so Belinda was missing. All right, close your eyes and tap into your intuition. Hmm. Ooh, wow. Linda, number 3. I know you're still here because you said hi to Gary. All right, Linda. Take a moment, unless you're clearly focused on what you're wanting to have a reading on, take a moment and just similar to how we did with PETA, just see what is really raising its hand energetically saying, ooh, 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 like, I want to be worked on. I am looking for some whatever. Support, guidance, love, assistance, candlelight. While you do that, I'm just going to disappear for a second and show everybody the beautiful background again. Isn't that pretty? So inviting. It's warm and nurturing. Trying to figure out what the fruit is on the table. I just love the candles. They're awesome. All right, Linda, what we got? I injured my knee right after retirement. I need to know if I'm going to heal so that I can volunteer, work, travel, and all the things I plan for retirement. Ah, wow. Okay. That's powerful. In honor of your question, I am removing my sweatshirt. I don't know why that relates. Okay, Linda. So I'm already sensing kind of schism in your energy, if you will. I don't know if that's the right word. Okay, been 6 months of hard work to recover. Okay. So, I'm already sensing a lot there, Linda. Okay. So, oops, sorry. Anxiety, fear of falling. Exactly. Okay. I didn't even have to scan your body. I don't know why. Maybe because we've done stuff before, but you have two primary energies going on, Linda. You have this is just coming through. So we're gonna roll with it. You 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 have a lot of pushing going on. I'm just really feeling a lot of pushing energy. So you have an energy pushing you forward, and you have an energy pushing you somewhere else. I'm not going to say backward, but just it's almost like push me pull you like that. Was that what was that? Dr. Doolittle's that animal, the push me pull you, where it was facing two different directions, like a llama with with heads, and it was trying to go like this. So this is the energy that I'm getting for you. Does that make sense? Are you? Can you feel that? Can you close your eyes and feel that? I haven't even scanned your body yet, and I don't know where it is. But there's a tug of war. Well, it's neither good nor bad, right? And this is the beauty of working with our energy. Our energy is purely in the moment, and it is purely just being. And the beauty of tapping in and listening and watching and learning from our energy is that we can learn to not pass judgment on the other aspects of what's going on for us. So, um, is it helpful to be going like this? Probably not, right? But I don't want to put good or bad on it, right? I don't want to label it certainly with the binary dual label like good and bad. It just is. And so that this is, and because it just is, this is something we can work with. So that there's another aspect to this. So there's another, yeah, not you're not very patient. Okay. Well, welcome to the human race. Right? Oh, that reminds me of a joke I used to tell. So I'm sorry, I hopefully this will be helpful, but this is just so funny. So I used to work the front desk at my local YMCA, huge YMCA, like 100,000 square feet, 20,000 members, just a massive, successful YMCA, right? And I loved being of service there. And people would come in and they would complain and they would gripe sometimes, not all the time, very frequently. And so eventually I realized, like I created a phrase for myself, which was more of a reminder for me, and I share it with all of you. So it was half a joke and half a spiritual reminder, but I would say, well, just to myself when I was for myself or while I was interacting with somebody, I'd say, well, if you were looking for perfection, you chose the wrong planet to be born on, right? So that's just the reality, right? So that we all have that, Linda. I want you to have some compassion for yourself. You are in a deep challenge. But let me describe this energy some more because I think this will help really clarify what's going on. So you have the push me, pull you energy. So there's the one energy. Let me do it with thumbs. You have the one energy saying, I want to get better, 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 I want to get better. And then you have the I'm so scared that it's going to get worse. I'm so scared I won't be able to do what I want to do. I'm so scared, right? Nothing wrong with that. That's just what's going on. Okay. But the beautiful piece of all that, exactly. Perfect. So I'm on point. That's good to know. Appreciate the confirmation. So the beautiful thing about that, here's the blessing and the challenge. The challenge is that there's so much effort going into both different directions that you end up stymied and stagnated and your energy doesn't really go anywhere, right? It's not flowing. It doesn't know where to go. It's in that spot in your head or wherever it is in your body, and it's just going back and forth instead of maybe flowing or flowing. And that's the curse sort of, or the challenge. But the blessing is, okay, part of that challenge is also that, so just visually, if we're dealing with this, right, then you're in between these two. I don't know if that visual of my face in between my thumbs like that resonates or makes any sense, but you end up stuck in between these two, right? And in my experience of this dynamic, I end up feeling very small, alone, overwhelmed, scared, anxious, some of those feelings you've already expressed, right? And the primary important piece of information about this is that I feel separate from source. Okay. The beautiful thing about this is that even though you have this energy going on, like I said, it's not good or bad. It right today, maybe tomorrow we can call it good or bad, but for today, we're just saying it just is. It just observe, be the observer and the witness of the dynamic, right? The beautiful thing about it is, which we forget really easily, is that that whole energy, this whole dynamic is encompassed in another energy. And that energy is the energy of love. And the energy of love is where your healing comes from. So what are you saying here? How do I drop the fear and hold the positive? Well, that's a great question. I think what's more important right now is allowing what is. Have you heard me talk about loving allowance before? I know a lot of people have, but I can't remember who has and who hasn't because I just talk about it freely. Okay, so you've heard about acceptance, right? And acceptance is a path to serenity for a lot of people. Loving allowance, my favorite phrase about it is we should have love, not should, but we encourage you to have loving allowance for all things to be in their own time and place, starting with ourselves. Loving allowance is this, you bring love into how you are viewing and observing a situation. And as you are viewing and witnessing it, you're really granting, you're really saying, I'm okay. It's okay for you to be where you're at right now. You're just completely allowing the situation to be exactly as it is. And that's without judgment, without story, without needing or wanting it to be different. And a lot of what drives this dynamic, and I just know because I've had this a lot in my life. What drives this dynamic is this desire, this displeasure, if you will, not liking what is. What is right now is your knee is injured. It's recovering, but it's injured. You're scared about the future for your retirement, and you're thinking a lot of different things about it. That's just what is. And when we can sit with what is, very similar to sitting in meditation and allowing our thoughts to just drift and go back and forth without attaching to them, without having stories or judgment. And even when we do notice that we're having stories and judgment about something, you know, as we're learning to go deeper in meditation or any spiritual practice, we learn how to recognize that, see it, let it go, let it do its thing. But here in this really physical thing, hello, Elle. Yes, welcome to you. Just joining in. So, Linda, what am I getting? The allowing is really about dropping into your heart and being okay with what is. Yes, you want it to be different, but being okay with what it is in the moment. And it's only through that loving allowance and that ability to be present with what is that we can then drop a lot of the stories and the judgment. And that opens up to maybe seeing things differently. So, how can we see this differently? First off, are you trusting your body for its beautiful, amazing, powerful, and magical healing abilities? Or are you fighting against the flow of your own body's healing, right? Are you trusting the universe, that the universe is divinely guiding you and supporting you, or whatever you call the divine, right? So these are all a lot of questions that can come up when we drop out of the worry and we drop out of the pattern of thought that is creating this dynamic. And what happens is then this dynamic sits still. When we're in that space of allowing and presence, that dynamic then stops moving because you're just observing it and you're going, oh, look over here. I want to be better. And look over here. I'm scared about what's in the past. Oh, and look where I am. I'm in the middle. Well, wait a minute. Let's shift our perspective, right? Are you following me here, Linda? Let me know how this is landing, because this is just coming through and I'm just streaming it. Wow. Elle says, wow, was just channeling this message for myself. Spirit here for confirmations. I love that, Al. I love little synchronicities. Yes. Okay. So Linda, you're following me with this. So yeah, you noticed I haven't even tapped into your energy centers yet, because your energy on this was just so strong. What I'm wanting to, well, how do I say this? It's not about me wanting. Yeah, what my guides, what source is trying to encourage you to do through me is to be more easeful, my friend. You're creating the resistance to your healing, okay? And there's no judgment there either. Again, witnessing the dynamic, witnessing exactly what is going on, right? Deborah, no, we can add you to the list after this. There's no, I do a different technique now. There's no late. Everybody's on time. So Linda, what is the divine for you? What's the label, the word, the person, place, or thing that you use for the divine? Angels. That's right. Sorry, I don't remember, but we do lots of reading and channeling and talking here. All right. So who's your favorite angel? Who's the angel that makes you feel the best? Who you can call in? Is it Michael? Is it Gabriel? Who is it? Who's your angel? Is it a ancestor? Somebody who has passed on and gone before you? Call in that person. Call in that person's divine wisdom and divine love. Call in their beautiful, amazing support for you. It is there for you, for all of us, when we call for it. They're always eternally and infinitely available, and they're just sitting there helping. Yes, your parents, great. So however you love to work with them as your angels, they know so, ow, almost bit my lip. They know so much more than we do, right? They've passed on. They're one with love. They're one with source. They can help bring us that divine wisdom that we so desperately need at certain times. They can help bring in that divine love that we are wanting, so that we know that we are loved and that we are safe and we are secure. And I think the biggest message that I have for you, Linda, you are healing. You absolutely are healing. So I'm going to give you a little exercise, a little trick that I do when I get sick. And I realize that, having a sinus infection, which is the number one thing I get when I'm sick, and having a busted knee are very different situations. But energetically, the healing is the same. So let me take a drink first, because I actually did bite my tongue. Mm, that's interesting. I bit my tongue while I was talking to you. That's symbolic, and I'm not sure what. Okay. And everybody can use this, all right? And if you're hurting right now, we can do this right now. I got this idea. I don't know if it was a direct getting from Abraham Hicks, but I got this idea from them. And the notion is that instead of thinking about all the things that we're wanting to be different, instead of thinking about what we're scared about in this situation, because pain can bring up fear, right? Pain, we feel disabled, we feel challenged, we feel physically challenged, we feel, maybe overpowered by the pain. Sometimes it's challenging. It's just rough. Instead of that, what you do is it's the what if game, if anyone's ever heard this from Abraham Hicks, but you play the what if game and you just the what if game goes as follows. Well, it's not like, hold on, it's not exactly the what if game. What I like to do is I like to think about how I'm going to feel when I feel better. And so two things happen there. The first is that first off, it's based on the spiritual principle that anything we're wanting in life, healing, money, relationships, companionships, community, a new home, a new car, anything that we're wanting in life, we're wanting it because of the way we think it'll make us feel. The piece that we forget so easily as humans and spiritual seekers, and that we need the reminder of regularly, I do at least, is that we have the capacity to feel those feelings at any moment in time simply by using the tool of our mind and focusing it in the right fashion. So this game, if you will, is when you're lying down and you're feeling the pain and you're getting frustrated, you just clear your mind and you go into your meditative state and you start thinking about how it's going to feel when your leg feels better, when your whatever, fill in the blank, feels better. There's two pieces to this. You're working with the feelings desired. So by calling up those feelings and beginning to feel them, you're asking the universe for those feelings. When you ask the universe for those feelings, instead of the specifics, you're dropping into your heart and out of your mind. And then the most important part of that is you're allowing the universe to exceed your expectations and knock your socks off. The other piece of this exercise is that you are literally putting yourself into your future. There's a future you, right, who is got the knee healed. Not of their own doing necessarily, but it healed. The body helped, the angels helped, the divine helped, you helped, everybody worked together. You partnered with all these parts, right? And here's really the key to this. It's having the faith and the trust that this will come about. And the way that you nurture that faith and trust for it to actually come about is by visualizing and thinking about the feelings. So if we take a moment here, I'm Linda. My knee is busted. It is slowly recovering. I want it to recover faster. I'm going to take a moment and let go of all of my wants and desires and fears in this moment. And I'm just going to have this fun little game in my head. Wow, what is it going to be like when my knee has full mobility? Wow, I'm going to feel such freedom. I'm going to feel mobile again. I'm going to feel like my walking and my stride is fluid once again, right? Oh, wow. That is really exciting just to think about how wonderful that will be. I see that I can have a skip in my step. What does a skip in my step mean? That means I'll feel playful. That means I feel lighthearted. I'm going to feel free. I'm going to feel more alive. I'm going to feel connected in my body, right? So you just picture walking normally, right? Because another thing Abraham talks about, I don't know if they talk about it currently, but when I used to go see them, they always talked about how the minute that we have a desire, the universe manifests that energetically, and it is we that need to come into alignment with that. And this is just a fun little game / exercise for coming in alignment to it, right? And you can use this, guys, for anything. And this is actually a reminder to me for when I was sad this morning, thinking about missing holding hands and going on long walks and cuddling and things like that I would normally have in a relationship. I can actually do this visualization too. So Linda, thank you for helping me get a reminder to everybody that I also needed, right? So I can do visualizations and think about that. And here's the other thing. It doesn't have to be a future thing. The past memories of good things, right, can also trigger those emotions, just like past memories of bad things. And again, like I hate using that label, but hurtful things, shall we say. But we can think back to something. You could even think back to when your knee was healthy and good. And here the reality is energetically, your knee is already healthy, Linda. That's the thing. Energetically, your knee is already healthy, my friend, and you are just needing to arrive in that place. So you make that energetic path to it instead of the mental path. You're never going to solve anything. None of us are, by thinking about it. Okay. That just like all rushed through. Linda, let's see what's going on. Yes, it would be amazing. There you're there. You're beginning this energetic journey of aligning with those emotions. Yeah. There are memories, but also future things. Absolutely. Linda, my friend, this is where you're wanting to live from whenever you're off center about the knee, okay? And trust your angels. They've got your back, my dear. They've got your back, okay? And ask them for help to think about other ways that you're going to feel when you're healthy again, right? And remember, and again, it's just, man, this is just pummeling me. Your knee is already healed, okay? It doesn't mean that you're going to get there guaranteed. I believe you will. It doesn't mean that. You have to align with that healing by doing this game or something else, right? So, yeah, wow, powerful stuff, Linda. And I didn't even have to scan your body. Thank you for being vulnerable and bringing this to us. How are you doing? Are you complete? I'm sort of feeling like a beautiful bow on that. Shannon, you want to get on the list too? Okay. Gary loves the love bomb. I need to believe, Linda says. That reading spoke to me deeply, Anika says. Well, there you go, sweetheart. I love that for you. I'm sorry. Why I'm calling everybody sweetheart. I guess I'm just feeling really loving today. Hope I don't offend anyone by saying that. Linda, yeah, I mean, again, you're languaging, my friend. I need to believe. It's hard to believe sometimes, right? Ask your angels to bolster your courage, right? And I have that beautiful recording, the quick divine invocations to start your day. I recommend listening to that, right? Because it pulls in, it's an invocation for divine courage, divine love, and divine wisdom. And there's sometimes in life, like when we're hurting physically or when we're challenged emotionally or mentally or in relationships or with family members or whatever, fill in the blank at what can challenge us as human beings on a spiritual path, right? We could fill in anything. We often don't have enough personal strength and resources to pull from inside. And so then when we ask the divine and invoke for its courage and love and wisdom, then in this case, your angels giving that to you and helping to carry you. And hell, angels have wings, right? Sometimes they can actually pick us up and fly us to where we need to be. So I love this for you. Okay. You are welcome, Linda. Thank you so much. Claire, I'm going to add you to the list too. The list is already really long, but we are using a spin the wheel. Okay. About 11. How's everybody doing? I was just so like in the channeling there that I've got no idea what's going on with you guys. Here we go. Talk to me. What's going on? Danielle wants to be on the list too. Okay. Angels bolster your courage. Gary, you love that. I love that for you. Yeah. Danielle, I already got you there. Okay. Feels so peaceful and clear, Peter. I love that. Oh, Elle, I'm glad it resonates with you. Feeling community here. Yeah, me too. And thank you for that reminder, Elle. We have a lovely little group, a few of us are in, that I made called Circle of Love. You can find it at the bottom of my Insight Timer profile. And I just invite you to follow me. I do lives twice a week, Wednesdays and Fridays. I might do more. And occasionally I do put out tracks. I've got a couple beautiful tracks right now, four really lovely ones, and I'm just made a new one. Gary, you'll be excited about this. So often in my lives, we do something that I call Love Bomb. I finally made it into a track and I posted it for review last night. So we're just waiting for Insight Timer to approve it. And I'm really pleased with how it turned out. It feels a lot like when we do love bombs here in the lives. So yeah. Also, if you're into socials, I have Instagram. I use Facebook Messenger. I have YouTube where I record all of these lives and I put them up as a replay you can watch at any time. And so you can follow me on any of those. That's available through my link on my profile. It's in the About section of the Insight Timer profile, and I have my link tree there, or you can just go to yaygreg.com. That also points to my link tree. Also on that link tree, I have my calendar available for privates, one-on-ones, which I also do by donation. So if you're feeling called to work with me more deeply, we can spend a beautiful full hour, just you and me, drilling down and talking and working with your energy, which for me is just a delight. So, alrighty. Deborah says this is a beautiful space. Thank you, Deborah. I love it too. Shani says, enjoying listening to all of this. I will definitely be back. Okay. And Elle is so excited to hear it. And thank you guys for your donation. Linda, you are so kind to give a donation. And I think, Peter, you did one earlier. I get so caught up in the moment that I missed these. So yes, you did. Thank you. Very, very kind, loving, and generous. Okay. We've got a lot of names and we're going to spin the wheel again. Oh, I got to add the last number. I'm going to hold it at that for right now and spin the wheel. Also, for anyone who's a regular, I know there's quite a few of you here today. My little inkling in my mind is saying that I might do these lives for 2 hours instead of an hour and a half. And I'm wondering what you guys feel about that. Would you like to see 2 hours? I have to see how it is energetically for me, but a lot of times we're going well past the hour and a half. So please let me know in chat whether you would appreciate having like a 2 hour session with me here for the lives. All right. So number 10 is our dear friend Gary. Hey, Hetty loves the little moon on my background. Yeah, did you see the full picture, Hetty? I'm gonna disappear again. Look at that. That is beautiful. I love that. All right, I'm coming back. Take it in. There we go. All righty, Gary, my friend. It is romantic, isn't it? I think, yeah, that's probably where I was at today. I'm feeling romantic today. Why not, right? It's all love. You feel you need to give yours to Shannon. So are you saying that you don't want a reading right now and you want Shannon to have it? That is really sweet. Shannon, do you accept? This, of course, needs to be a two-way street, or Gary's just giving it over. Shannon, are you still here? Hello, Patrick. Welcome. Nice to see you again. Shannon, is chat just lagging? There you are. You will accept. Lovely. Gary, everybody just close your eyes for a second and give Gary a huge hug energetically. What? That is so sweet of you. Everybody is being so gracious and kind today. All right, Shannon. Okay, Shannon. So clear your mind and I have to take Shannon off the list too. While you sort your question, I'm going to do that. So just as clear as you can be, what guidance or assistance can I be today? What is the topic that you would like to focus on? Direction, your next step. Gary, that's beautiful. He says, I feel I will get what I need today from this anyway. I have a feeling you're right. All right, Shannon. Tell me more about this. Direction, my next step. This is really good. Susan Sage was sort of touching on this in her live prior to mine. I'm sensing something really powerful for you, Shannon. Yes, Anika, I agree. She says, me too, Gary. There's a message in everything. Thanks for the heart, Allison. I'm big on the message of love and allowing. Those are my two, and presence. Those are two of my favorites. But also, like, I love inspiring people. I think that's why I tell stories a lot of times, because I've been through so many things in my life. Someday I'm gonna start a live and just tell you guys my story, because it's I've seen a lot of life. I've seen a lot of life. But that's just been my path, and I'm cool with it. But also, my recent saying yes to my direction forward has just made such a difference in my life and just my energy and just a lot of stuff. All right, Shannon, I'm not sure what to do with my life at this point. Oh, Peter, thank you. I'd love to share that with you guys too. All right, Shannon. I'm not sure what to do with my life at this point. Gary says 2 hours would be good. Thank you for the feedback. Yeah, let me know if feedback on the 2 hours, guys, or just message me an Insight Timer. Okay, Shannon. I don't know why, but I'm going right for your heart. Your heart is beating wildly. I don't know if that's true physically, but energetically, wow, it is really, it's like boom, 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 boom. Oh, it is? Okay. Is it physically doing that too? Hetty says, Shannon, you're in the right place here. Okay, that's crazy. You're okay. And this is why I love this gift. I can't make heads or tails out of it some days. I love it. And yeah, I love when it works. And I love, okay, Shannon. So right back to your heart. I'm just sort of in awe of the universe in this moment. So Shannon, okay. So we're gonna do, okay. So Shannon, are you sitting, laying down? Where are you, what's your physical position, my friend? I need more water. You're sitting. Okay. Do me a favor, make sure your feet are flat on the floor. And I'm going to invite everybody to support you in this right now. So take your left hand and place it right here on the center of your chest on your heart chakra, and then take your right hand and place it over that. Now, if everybody is welcome to join in what I am about to do with Shannon. Okay. It's not a love bomb, Gary, but it's just as good, hopefully. Um, and so from two different perspectives. So if you're feeling filled with love already, I want you to just place your hands on your heart chakra and just feel into, just sink in deeply, and know that as you sink in deeply to the love that you are feeling in your heart, and that could be for the moment, it could be appreciating the life, it could be appreciating a person, place, or thing, whatever it might be, just drop deeply into that and hold that space, because as we hold the space for love, even when we don't direct it to someone else, we are actually sharing it with the universe. Okay. Shannon, and anyone who is feeling challenged emotionally, physically, mentally, whatever, who's still feeling like they're needing their message or their support, and Shannon, this includes you can place your hands on your heart chakra and just follow along with what this guidance is coming through. Okay, so here we are, Shannon. I'm with you in your heart, and everybody else is just lending support by either doing this exercise together or just holding a space of love for us. So just feel into, without judgment, without story, without thinking, just with your mind's eye, move your mind to your heart and just feel into that beating. Boom, 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 boom. And just be as still as you can with it as an observer and a witness, and listen to the beat and watch. Boom, 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 boom. There's a rhythm. There's a rhythm. So it may feel spastic to you at first glance. It may feel scary at first glance, but I want you to drop into the beat of your heart. Boom, 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 whatever it may be, however it may shift. Be as though you are taking a ride with the beat of your heart, almost like you're galloping on a horse. And do your best to be completely present with this without judgment, story, or thinking. This is your heart. In this moment, it's strong. It's powerful. It's showing how strong and powerful it is, and it is beating strong and full. You're welcome, Allison. Be well. Sorry your phone is dying. I always have to plug mine in during insight timer things. Shannon, how's it feeling? Talk to me. Just gonna stay with that beat for a little bit longer. Calmer. Okay. So, in this moment, as you're feeling the calmness of your heart, who or what label do you use for the divine, my friend? Source, spirit, universe, God, angels. What is your spirit? Okay. Okay. Got it. All right. So I want you to just stay there with your heart and picture, if you can, a beautiful soft wind beginning to just wisp around your heart. It's circling your heart. It's a soft, beautiful wind from spirit. It's warm. It's soothing. It's actually sort of brushing up against your heart as it circles around it. And it's kind of making a spiral. So it's going up and then spiraling down. And it doesn't actually have a totally set spiral, but it'll change course and spiral up and then spiral down. And it is just encircling your heart. And just picture this wind. It has like a beautiful, I don't know, what color does it have for you? It has a silvery color for me. It has this beautiful silvery quality. And it is just very nurturing and very loving. And as it circles your heart, Spirit has a message for you, Shannon. With your mind's ear open and listen, observing the wispy spirit wind nurturing and circling and encircling your heart. And what is it saying? To me, it's saying all is well. You are safe, you are secure, and you are deeply loved. But it might be saying something different to you. Allow that message to come through. All right, Shannon, take a deep breath in through your nose. We're going to hold it for a second or two and then let it out audibly through your mouth, okay? Here we go. One. We'll do two more. That's two. And that's three. Shannon, I'm getting a deep sense that the more you can drop into your heart. So hold on, more's coming. So, okay. The message I'm getting is that you're trying to determine your direction with your mind, and that is hyperventilating your heart. That is hypercharging your heart. And where your direction is going to come from is by dropping more and more into your heart and having that loving allowance that we were talking about earlier. Okay. That is going to allow you to receive Spirit's wisdom and Spirit's love and Spirit's courage, so that you will have more clarity going forward. And I understand, I intimately understand this challenge, if you will, this path of not knowing you need to go somewhere or want to go somewhere, knowing you're called to go somewhere and not knowing where that is. I spent many years in discernment, really, and continually going from the head back to the heart, from the head back to the heart, opening myself up to Spirit, to source, trying to be in the moment, as much as I could, and all the while trying to discern, what is this I'm feeling calling me forward? Well, it was ChakraTouch. And whatever love is wanting me to do with ChakraTouch, I finally said yes to it in the fall. And here we are having fun on ChakraTouch live sessions. So I can sense a similar path for you. I don't know what the specifics are, and the specifics really don't matter. And to circle back with some of the stuff we were working with Linda, sometimes when I didn't have clarity about where I wanted to go, or even where I was supposed to go, where I was being called to go, the biggest tool for me was that reminder that we worked with Linda about what we're wanting is the emotions. So when you can spend time during each day, maybe in meditation or after your main meditation or whatever you do for regular spiritual works, yoga, whatever it might be. Hi, Shema. um the main thing is to really reflect on how you're wanting to feel, how you want it to feel when you are finally following the path forward. And the reality is you are following your path forward. This is part of your path, my friend. This uncertainty, this lack of clarity, this is very much part of the path. It's just like when a flower is growing, it's not a full blossom flower yet, right? It grows first, it's a seed, and then it's a stalk, and then it gets these beautiful little gentle leaves that grow bigger, and then it comes to the top and a bud starts to form, and the bud stays that way depending on the type of flower for a while, and then it gets water and sunshine and nutrition from the soil, and eventually that flower blossoms and unfolds. And it at all of its different stages, it was still a flower. It still had this beautiful potential to have a beautiful blossom that year, right? And it's always and always will be a flower. It was always on its path, but we don't see the flowers struggling, right? That's our role as humans, is the struggle sometimes. Anyways, this is part of your path. That's really what I'm getting. And the more you can drop into your heart and seek there for the guidance, and the less that you know, allow the heart to teach the mind, because in this case, the mind is an important tool for the discerning process, but allow the heart to be the teacher for that. Okay. How are you doing, Shannon? The life direction question is so potent. Yes, all that was spot on. I'm feeling peace. I love that for you, Shannon. The life direction question is so potent. This is so apropos right now, right? Because, and I don't know a lot about astrology. That's why I go see Jackie Mancuso's lives. But uh, tomorrow, tomorrow morning, Central Time, I'm in Eastern, but Central Time, very early in the morning, like 8 or 9 a.m., you know, um, and then throughout the day, the sun and Uranus are moving into Aquarius. She spoke this morning about how powerful this is for us, right? And how this, for me, the big message I got from her session this morning was how we're all being called to shine our light, right? And we're all at various stages of that process of saying yes to that call. And we'll get there. I believe we will, but like it's for me, I have never felt this much fulfillment in my life since I feel so fulfilled having said yes to this call to ChakraTouch and to love being my employer, right? Which is a notion I got from Susan Sage. But I've had a lot of great fulfillment in my life. I've had some beautiful jobs. I've had some wonderful careers. I have never felt this fulfilled because I opened myself up to the unknown. And as scary as it was, I said, yes, I have to move forward, because not only does I feel like this is what I'm supposed to do, this is what I want to do. This is what my heart wants, right? And so I understand this life direction path and the questions around it very intimately. I've been discerning ever since I was a teenager. It's a rocky road, but a wonderful process. So what is everyone saying? Yes, shine for you. I agree, Al. The journey is unique. Deborah says it was a great session this morning. So much positive energy. Yeah, it really was. And she also, Jackie records all of her lives and puts them up on her YouTube, Jackie Mancuso. So Anika says, it's beautiful, brother. Thank you, my dear. Hetty, yes, I'm happy for you as well. I don't know why I just said that, but I'm happy for you. I know, Hetty, aren't you something about, aren't you in a discernment process right now? I don't know how I know that. Yes, I love Jackie's lives too, Deborah. Okay. Shannon, are you complete, my friend? We have time for more. We have time for one more. Awesome. Wonderful. Thank you. And I forgot to mention, and which is fine actually, but if anyone is feeling so called to offer an energetic exchange in the form of a donation, I greatly welcome it and receive it wholeheartedly. And I thank you for that. If you just want to support me by following on Insight Timer or my socials, I also welcome that. I really feel strongly about how beautiful the Insight Timer community is. And if you want to have more community, we're growing our little group called Circle of Love, which is also on my Insight Timer profile. So check out all that stuff. I love hearing from people. I love connecting. I'm all about connection, I think. Well, I'm about a lot. Anyways, we're gonna spin the wheel again for one more time. Peter Brooks says, thanks for that, Greg. Jackie is on at midnight for me, so I'll check out YouTube. Yeah, smidge late. Hetty said, not yet. Art therapy in the future, maybe. Oh, wonderful. I love that for you. All right. Yes, and thank you. Many thanks to Gary on behalf of Shannon for giving your spot away. Shima says, do you tune into energies of participants? Can you receive messages for us? Her YouTube is Jackie Mancuso. She's also a teacher here, Sarah. Shima, I'm going to answer that question in a moment. Let me type Jackie's name out. My mic is in the way. That is her name here on Insight Timer and on her YouTube. I totally invite people to follow her. I love her as a teacher. I've been following her for quite a long time. So Shima, I tap into the energies of the person having the reading, and I can't explain how I do this. So do I receive messages for you? I guess the answer would be yes, but I mean, for me, they're coming from love and from source, or maybe they're coming, sometimes they come from my guides, or sometimes they're coming from the person's energy. So I'm not clear yet on where they come from, and I actually haven't really gotten into even being concerned with that. They come. But what I love about my work is how in the moment energy is, right? Because energy is really where our energy is right here in the moment is a reflection of exactly where it is in the moment. It's not, it may be catalyzed or affected by something we're thinking about in the future or something about the past, but the actual experience of being with that energy and witnessing it is purely in the moment. It's like one of the most pure in the moment things that I know of. So I don't know if that answers your question, Shima, or if that makes any sense to anybody other than me. Greg says, Gary, correct me if I'm wrong, but Jackie's dad's name is also Gary. I have no clue, Gary. No clue. Okay, we're going to spin the wheel one more time, and we might go a little bit longer. I know Gary voted for 2-hour sessions in the future. Does anyone else want 2-hour sessions for ChakraTouch? Shima, my question is not where is it's coming from. I would like to know if I can receive an answer for me now. Oh, yeah, I take people and put them on a list, Shima, and then I spin a wheel and see who they pick. So that's the current structure that I'm working with right now. You might get an answer from somebody, or you're welcome to just visit again. I'll be live again on Wednesday. Or if you're feeling called, you can sign up for a private with me. They're donation based as well, and we might be able to dig deep on what it is you're looking to get guidance on. So yeah, Elle would love 2 hours. Hetty says yes with four exclamation points. Yeah, Shima, I'm sorry that I mean, hopefully you can get something, right? And if not, then we will let it unfold and we'll allow it to be something for the future. Okay. Um, yeah, if you want to sign up for a private, go to my Insight Timer profile, look for my Linktree link, and right there is my calendar, and you can sign up literally right on Linktree. So, who got called? Number 12 is Deborah. Are you still here, Deborah? 2 hours would be great. Yeah, I kind of feel like that way I could get more people in. I mean, I'm debating between 2 times a week, Wednesday and Friday, 2 hours, or 3 times a week, an hour to an hour and a half. I'm still sort of feeling through how that energy is, but I'm leaning towards 2 times a week, 2 hours. I appreciate you guys' feedback. Um, and Shima, I appreciate you being clear and direct about your question. So I honor and respect that entirely. So Deborah, yes, you're still here. Wonderful. Let us see what it is you are wishing guidance for. Barry gave to Shannon. You write that while I make a note. Two times two. I do, as you've noticed, I do like repeating numbers. So maybe you have something there, Peter. Like that. 2 times 2, if that works for you. That all rhymes, doesn't it? Has a nice rhythm. What is that? Okay. Here, oh, Patrick, what a beautiful question. Patrick is asking, how is the energy of the session changing for you, Greg? From start to end, how does it make you feel? Hmm. Patrick, for me, it's just this beautiful, loving space. There's a I love doing this. It's a beautiful, sweet space. I'm happy while I do it. It's fascinating because I've had some people say, how, they've asked, how do I feel afterwards? And I'm not drained at all. I'm actually it's very high vibration. It feels very uplifting for me. And I mean, I am usually, by the time it's bedtime, I am usually tired and ready to have a nice deep sleep, but I don't feel drained at all. I feel like we're in this beautiful flow together. And even though it's my live, it's your guys' live. And that just makes me happy. Like we're here cultivating beauty and love and a great vibration, and people can have shifts or have healing or have new awarenesses, and that whole thing just tickles me pink. It actually it I mean, I'm a goofball already, but it tickles that goofball silly part of me that just enjoys. I love watching people grow. I like being a champion for people, and I like being a channel for love, and so I guess it just makes me feel great. And I just feel the potential of all of us here, and it's beautiful. Like I'm almost moved to tears by it. So great question, Patrick. I love that. Okay, Deborah, let's see what she's saying. I'm trying to figure out the best path for me to navigate the situation around trying to obtain full ownership of my home. There have been many obstacles, okay? I am oversimplifying, of course. It's a mess of a story, but if there is higher guidance, I'm willing and curious to know. Oh, thanks, Hetty. I'm a healer. I'm made for that. Yeah, healer. I still struggle with that word healer a little bit. I believe that I'm uh that I'm here to inspire people and uplift them. So if that's too healing, that's great. All right, Deborah. You guys love the love bomb. I love that. So Deborah, I'm just gonna read that again out loud for you and for me. I'm trying to figure out, sounds like mind. Let me know if I'm correct there. Trying to figure out the best path for me to navigate the situation around trying to obtain full ownership of my home, full trying effort. There have been many obstacles, blockages. I'm oversimplifying. It's a mess of a story, but if there's higher guidance, I'm willing and curious to know. Oh, Laksh, I'm already doing a reading for Deborah, so maybe something will come through for you, but I actually take people on a list and then go um randomly through them. So my apologies for that, but good question, good intention. Hold that while we work with this. Okay, Deborah. Thank you for understanding. Deborah, there's a lot of different points going on there. Let me know if any of this is resonating. The trouble is my ex is not communicative and unwilling to sell, trying to get through to him so my daughter and I can be free. Oof. Okay. Deborah, there's a lot of pushing, and I don't know why I'm saying that so slowly, but that's the energy. Plotting, pushing. Hmm. I honor that you are wanting a specific outcome, but in the moment, no amount of pushing or plotting or wading through and getting a definitely like what's that word? Slogging through the goop, the muck. I'm getting this image. I'm getting this image in somebody with those high water pants on and those big boots that they use to go like fishing or whatever. Sloshing, slogging. Yeah, I don't know the right word. But that's your energy right now, my friend. It is definitely so the mud. Wow. Okay. Hmm. The mud is all the obstacles and all the resistance. Hmm. And it's all in your mind, my friend. Yeah, you see the visual too well. I love that. That's crazy. It's so, oh, wow. It is so difficult. The energy of it is just strain and struggle. That's why I'm talking so slow. It's like each leg lift is so difficult. Deborah. Hmm. Deborah, are you seeing this too? Can you picture? It's been slow and painful to move forward, actually 2.5 years. Yeah. I'm just going to call a spade here, Deborah. You have a lot of story around this, my friend. You're feeling it daily. Okay, you have a lot of story around this, and that is neither good nor bad. I believe in my heart that the purpose of story that we have sometimes is really just to help us gain clarity of what our perspective is in the moment. So you're steeped in energetically and mentally in the slogging through the mud. And I get that it's hard and I get that it feels rough, but that energy has nowhere to go because of the story around it. And the only path to your freedom, I don't know why I'm talking this way, but your path to your freedom is not to get out of the mud. Because here's the thing about mud, right? The entire planet isn't made out of mud. So if you're going on a walking journey, if you're out sauntering around or going on an adventure, you might bump into mud. And if you're lucky enough to have your deep waders so that you can walk through the mud and your clothes don't get muddy, fantastic. If you're not, then you either try and find a path around it. But you acknowledge the mud, right? If you're out on your walk and you're willing to walk through it, then you walk through it. If you're not willing to walk through it, you walk around it. but you were acknowledging the nature of the mud. So I don't know why I said that. There's something here about, okay, hold on, more's coming through. Yeah, you're feeling it daily. Mud is just earth and water blended together. Hmm. Deborah, are you pissed off? Are you mad about this? It's okay if you are. You're tired. I'm sensing suppressed anger. Some. Okay. Because what I'm really feeling, my friend, is that you're not allowing something. I don't know whether you're okay. Again, and I don't want to minimize what you're saying, but he walked out after 24 years. It's story, okay? Let's drop into where the feelings are. I think there's more anger there than you realize. And I'm okay. It's okay if I'm wrong about that. I'm not attached, as I always say, to anything I say or any outcome, but I am sensing that it is not about the mud. It is not about anything other than your feelings. And I think they will be able to move forward when you allow those feelings. Right, you're in that in between point, right? You're in the mud energetically, which is the only thing I'm sensing other than this deep-seated anger that isn't being expressed. And maybe it's not so much anger as it is the frustration, but like I almost want to say, let's get angry in the moment, Deborah. Like, excuse my language, and I'm probably not supposed to swear here, but what the fuck, right? Like, what the fuck? And that's the energy that I'm feeling, but it feels like it's all because of the focus on the mud, it's all stuck in there. And I apologize to anybody if they're offended by swearing, but I'm just using it to express that energy in the moment. Um, well, therein lies your peace, Deborah. Your belief is that you can't move on, you can't be free. You believe that you can't be free while you're connected by the house. The reality is that as a spiritual being, you are free. You may not feel it in the moment. And again, maybe we can use the same thing that we used with Linda's knee. What would it feel like when you're free? Because you're caught up in the details right now. You are caught up in all the specifics. You are wanting a specific outcome. You are wanting the X to do a specific thing. You're wanting it to go a specific way. And there's nothing wrong with wanting those specifics. They're just getting in your way. So you're not allowing the universe to exceed your expectations and knock your socks off. There might be a different way for this to unfold. Okay. So that's why it's important, particularly when we're in the mud of the emotions and the stories and the specifics. It's so important to get clear on how we're wanting to feel. Freedom is definitely there for you. I'm feeling it. But what else is the way that you're wanting to feel? So let's take a moment. Free, clear. You want safety, security. Is any of this resonating with you, Deborah? Because this is what you're truly wanting. You're wanting a sense of completion. You're wanting a sense of safety and security for you and your child. You're wanting closure, a sense of closure. You want your home to be safe and fixed. Well, fixed isn't a feeling. Safe is, okay? This is difficult. I know this is difficult, but there's just so much here. I can just feel how much you've been going over this in your mind again and again and again. And here's the thing, Deborah, the dropping into your heart with the emotions that you're wanting and allowing the universe to guide you. I know it's hard. I know it's challenging, but you have to believe in your divine guidance. that it will keep you safe and keep you secure. Because ultimately, all of the mental processes that we go through cause us to separate from the divine. It causes us to separate from who we truly are. Who we truly are spiritual beings having a human experience. We are love. And by our very birthright, by the very fact that we exist on this planet, the divine, love, source, spirit, the angels, whoever, our guides, they're all there telling us that we're safe in the very moment. And it is our responsibility to try and align with that. It's our job as spiritual seekers to try to align with the true nature of that in the moment. And in this case, it's very difficult because of it relating to your home and a past relationship. So I get that. There's just a lot here for you, Deborah. Hmm. Deborah, close your eyes for me for a moment and place your hands on your heart. Hmm. Yeah, I'm just, I can feel your conviction and your belief on this. And I don't know, again, that's your agenda. You're wanting specifics, my friend. Your belief, your conviction around this, and I'm not saying I'm right, but there's so much, you're generating so much pain for yourself from not allowing this to unfold. Yes, you may get through to him somehow, but maybe that's not your responsibility. Maybe it's Source's responsibility to get through to him. Okay, so yeah, you have a lot more stuff that is outside of my knowing right now, and I'm sorry that, yeah, I just energetically, you're dead set on something, and I can't work around that, unfortunately, in this moment, because it's not malleable. And I get and I understand that there are very real, tangible situations going on. It's just my experience that in life, I've had tangible situations too. I mean, completely run out of money, sleeping in my car, not having a home, right? But my path through was finding the spiritual solution, not finding the practical solutions, not finding the solutions that my mind wanted. And it took a long time. I mean, I lost everything at the end of 2008 and proceeded to continue to lose everything, including my cell phone service and my car around the middle of 2009. I even had to give away and leave behind more stuff that originally was in my car, which I was sleeping in. And then I was house hopping from place to place. But the thing that I knew at the time was to focus on those emotions that I wanted. I knew that someday I would be at a better place. I didn't know what it would look like. I didn't know where it would land me. I had no clue. I had to make friends with that uncertainty and stay in the moment and find what was joyful for me, even though having not even having a dollar or a dime to scrape together from day to day was my reality, my physical reality. And yet here I am 10, 12 years, 15 years later, able to be of service to other people and to have come through a large portion of that path. I'm still moving forward on that. So it's just, okay, let's see what you're saying. Right. I'm sorry. No, please don't apologize, Deborah. We all have our stuff. We all have our process. We are on a journey. It's not work to do. It's not, there's no agenda. The universe doesn't have an agenda for us other than to be love, to be who we are in our essential nature. And it's just calling us to that every moment. In this moment, your situation is calling you to drop into your heart. Do you need to give up the fight? surrendering. This is a common misunderstanding by so many people. Surrendering doesn't mean giving up on our hopes and our dreams. Surrendering means giving up on our efforting and our struggle and our suffering. You are suffering right now, my friend, and my heart is going out to you very deeply on that. But it is suffering of your own making from the mind's work. And I can't I'm unable at this moment, both due to the time of how long we've been in the session, and I'm feeling my energy wane, but also just you have a lot going on. This is something I'd love to unpack more with you, but there is definitely something there that is blocking your forward progress, and it is not him. And that's that's the key thing. It's all inside of you. You have the key. I don't know what the key is right now because, as I said, I'm sort of getting um I'm I'm coming close to closing the live. But I could just feel myself needing that soon. But I don't know if this is helping, Deborah. I'm really just feeling a lot for you. Yeah, Gary's feeling frustration and discouragement. Sarah says she's been there. Sarah asked, how do I overcome the fear? Sarah, I was very scared. I mean, this is coming up on an anniversary for me. So my birthday's in February on the 25th, and 3 days before my birthday in 2009, I was sleeping in my car for the first time. And I had a massive panic attack. My mind was saying, oh my God, Greg, what the fuck have you done? Excuse me for swearing again, just for emphasis, but that's what it was saying. How low have you stooped? How could you let this happen? Why, like, what did you do to deserve this? Oh my God, you've got to get back on the horse here. Why haven't you, like, all these things, just all these why? And in the moment, I was shaking, panicking from that. And I knew here I was in a sleeping bag with my favorite pillows. And I was sure that if I did not find a way to calm down and release that fear, basically, that I wouldn't be able to get a moment's rest. And when you're sleeping in your car, you get woken up by the sunlight, especially when you're in California, in Southern California. You get woken with the sun. And at that point, I knew that I needed to get some rest and not worry about the rest. So what I did was I did a little game called the appreciation game. And I just tried to find a thought. I kept trying on, I call it trying on different hats. I kept trying on different thoughts to see if something could make me feel even eensy weensy, a little bit, a micro bit better. And as I did that, because the idea of trying on different hats or doing the appreciation game, reaching for different thoughts, is that as you reach for them, you try them on without judgment, without story, without mental involvement, but you try them on. You use the tool of your mind instead of it as a master. You try on a thought and you see how it makes you feel, because everything, all of our feelings are coming from how we use our mind, what we're focusing on, what we're thinking of. So I would try on a thought and I'd be like, well, tomorrow morning it'll be better. That doesn't make me feel better. What was another thought I tried on? Well, maybe I'll figure out something tomorrow. That didn't make me feel better. I kept going through different thoughts to try and just get a whiff of hope, right? Just a micron whiff of hope. And eventually, really oddly, what came to mind was, well, at least I have everything I own in my car. And if I want to get anything from one of my boxes or bags, all I got to do is roll over and reach behind me. And for some weird reason, that was comforting. Don't ask me why. I don't get it. But for some weird reason, that was comforting. And I got a whiff of hope. And when I got a whiff of hope, I was then able to begin focusing my mind on things that I deeply and purely loved. We do this a lot in the Love Bomb. That's the description I use, as Gary and others know. Deeply, purely love, appreciate. I love the word appreciate because a lot of people get tripped up by the word love, not the, and I, but I, when I say love, I'm talking about the energy of it, the vibration of it, right? And so there I was in my car feeling comfort, weird, bizarre, and silly comfort that everything I owned was available at my reach just by rolling over in my sleeping bag. And then I suddenly had the thought, my sleeping bag. I love this thing. I paid $25 for it after I left my apartment when I got evicted and sold everything. And I knew I needed a sleeping bag. I didn't know how I knew. I just knew I wanted one. And it was so comforting. It was like the best use of the limited money that I had left to me. And then I realized how much I loved my pillows and how comfortable and safe and secure I felt in the sleeping bag, like a cocoon, like the bag was hugging me. And next thing I know, I was waking up to the sunlight in the morning. So that's how I got through that experience. Oh, Deborah, you are a beautiful person, my friend. Deborah says, I'm trying to be a better person here and get unstuck. There's no better, my dear. There just is. You may not feel it right now, but you are love. You are exactly where you need to be. I know it hurts and I know it's hard. I had to embrace sleeping in my car on a deep level in order to be okay with sleeping in my car, right? And I don't know if that makes it sense. It's not about me being right, Deborah. You're on a path, and I believe in you, and I believe in your path. I don't know how it will unfold, but the deeper you can drop into your heart and to allow it unfold, almost treat it curiously like an adventure. I mean, I had to think of my homelessness as an adventure, and it was a struggle at times too. So I guess I'm having compassion for you without judgment or attachment to any outcome for you. What's Patrick saying? Maybe surrender, yeah. To cling to some specific, then might be some other solution. Yeah, there might be. Pete is supporting you. Deborah, if I can share a practice that might help, I'm getting power play. Wonder if you'd like to do a release ritual, meditate, journal your wants, pick an auspicious moon cycle to do it, then burn your note and release to spirit. Keep your hope in your mind whenever it comes to mind. Good luck. Yeah, just a lot of love and support for you, Deborah. Gary's sending you love and hugs. And Deborah says thank you to Peta and Gary. Sarah says, I learned how the little things make me happy. Yeah, it could be the little things quite often. Thanks, Greg. Beautiful. You're welcome, Sarah. Well, the thing is, guys, Deborah's not there yet. Deborah's not in the hope. She's in the despair, and that's okay. My main message to you, Deborah, is embrace where you're at. You may not like it. You may rail against it, but that depth of loving allowance for all things to be in their own time and place, starting with ourselves, that's your salvation, my friend. That is your breakthrough. Reaching that moment. I know you're trying. Let go of the trying, my friend. Just be. Be with everything, without judgment, without fear. I know it's hard. I know it's hard, but I believe in you, and I know you can do it eventually. Whatever it is that is the divine for you, cultivate your trust in that and try to just allow it to unfold. Yeah. Mm. Deborah, you're on a deep and powerful journey. I can sense when you find, not if, when you find that moment of surrender and embrace and allow what is, I believe that you will begin to feel the relief that you want. And it may only be eensy weensy micro bits of relief, but that's enough to move forward with. Just keep reaching for a thought that feels even just a little bit better. Let go of all the thoughts that are making you feel bad, right? And just reach for those little, just like I did in the car, how I ended up realizing how much I loved my sleeping bag and how much I love my pillow. It doesn't even matter if the things are related to your situation. What you're wanting to do, your vibration is in the mud of the anger, the sadness, the despair, maybe depression. Look up Abraham Hicks' emotional guidance scale. That is where I get a lot of this from. The lower vibration stuff, those feelings that I just described. And if you're struggling with identifying ways to feel, keep it real simple, my friend. You don't have to be as adept as others with feeling. Just stick with the binary, comfortable or uncomfortable. Those are easier to identify than actually the specifics of anger and all that. Sometimes when we're stuck in the mud and the mire of a life situation, it's really hard to identify specific feelings and to acknowledge and feel them. But comfortable and uncomfortable, those tend to be pretty clear. Okay. If you're feeling uncomfortable, seek a thought, practice a thought, focus on something that gives you a little bit of comfort. Maybe how much you love your daughter, right? And it's a practice of the mind, my friend. You are in the jail of the mind. And yeah, your situation is very real and very physical, and you cannot mind your way out of it other than seeking these sort of things, these little bits of comfort and higher vibration. I believe in you though. Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Gary. A little more forgiveness for yourself and him may make the difference, but I don't think she's there right now. That's not her energy from what I was feeling. So where I'm just really being with, yeah, yeah. Deborah says it's a tough one. Deborah, just again, and this will be the last thing I say, and then we'll wrap up with our circle of love, maybe do a small love bomb, but we're at 2 hours and I'm beginning to be tired. But really, my friend, Deborah, loving allowance for all things to be in their own time and place, starting with ourselves. So that incorporates love, acceptance, and presence, and allowing things to be, not as we want them to be, but as they are. I always forget the quote, but there's somebody who said something about everything will be okay when I'm okay with everything. And so there's a deep surrender and acceptance in your scenario right now. And when you reach that spot, my friend, yeah, sorry, Arantz. Well, you weren't on the list. And so, yeah, I'm sorry about that, but we can get you another time. I don't know how to say that. Arantza? Yeah. I believe, I don't know why, Deborah, but I believe you can reach that point of surrender. You may not in this moment. Call on whatever the divine is and just ask, please help me surrender. Please help me surrender. Show me the path, okay? And you will have that guidance come to you eventually. Or not. And even that you have to be okay with. If the guidance never comes, you've got to be okay with it. Okay, my friends. Let's wrap up. We're going to do a quick love bomb. Yes, I appreciate you too, Deborah. My heart is going out to you, and I'm not saying I'm right about any of this. Take what you like and leave the rest, as they used to say in places. Elle, you are welcome. We're going to do a love bomb. It's going to be a really quick one because it's time to wrap up. So, thank you, Peter, for being here. You must love Rub Bomb from afar. Fantastic. Okay. I know it's late, everybody. So just place your left hand on your heart and your right hand right over it and close your eyes. Drop into wherever you are in this moment. Drop right into that heart and just picture your hands lovingly reaching into the center of your chest, reaching out to lovingly take a hold of your heart. And whether you cradle it in your virtual arms or just hold it in your hands, hold it with love and with tenderness. Treat it with the utmost love and gentility. This is your heart, your beautiful heart. And bring to mind a person, place, or thing that you deeply, purely love. No judgments, no stories, no mental images, just beautiful, pure love for this person, place, or thing. And hold them in your heart space and feel that love for the person, place, or thing. And use them as a reminder to begin to think of other people, places, and things that you deeply love and bombard and barrage your heart with them. List them off out loud. I find saying them out loud to be incredibly potent, powerful, and affirming. I love how the people on Insight Timer have courage to show up for themselves and each other's. I love how gracious and generous you all are, how you help hold the space for the people who have the reading, how your love and understanding is always there. I love how some of you offered your own slot to somebody else so that they could go. I love how patient everybody is and how present they are. I love being of service to others through my gift and my connection to the love and to divine. I love my brother and sister. They're so special in my life. We play games when we get together, or we have beautiful holiday meals, or we celebrate each other's birthdays. I love that source in the universe never gave up on me, and therefore I never gave up on me. I love that fresh snowfall that we're having today and how it covers and blankets everything with a beautiful white. And I love seeing spring burst forth and coming through and how the sunshine comes in and we have more daylight. I love the warmth of the sun on my face and walking along the ocean. I love spending time with dear friends and people that I adore. And just continue to bombard your heart with whatever it is, how small or large, it doesn't matter, simple or not. And as you feel that love fill your heart, reach out with your right hand and place it on the back, right behind someone else's heart of someone else here in the group. There are 103 people, 108 people right now. And in your mind's eye, picture all of us forming a vast, energetic circle of love, with our left hands on our hearts and our right hands on someone else's back. 108 people is a big circle. It fills a large space. And this is all of us being and basking in love. My friends, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for sharing this time with me today. I love you all dearly. And your willingness to show up and be present for the lives is just remarkable. Your courage, your vulnerability. We're all seekers here. We're all on a path towards love. And we bring it in every time we get together. So thank you so much. I bow deeply to you. Shannon says, wait, hold on. I've missed a lot of texts. Aranza, yes. Please come back for another reading. I'm here every Wednesday and Thursday, or if you're feeling called, you can sign up for a private with me, which are also donation-based. I'm happy to work with anybody. Deborah says that was brilliant. Thank you. In reality, I do appreciate you. Yes, absolutely. You're welcome, Al. Peter says, thank you, Greg, and all. You must run. Oh, I already read that. See how out of the moment I am now. Shannon, I didn't chat much, but I was really connecting and appreciate your live. Sending love to you all. Absolutely. You too, Shannon. Gary, thank you so much for your kind and generous donation, and Shannon, as you as well. My friends, go forth into your night with love in the heart, or if it's your day, because you're because you're in Australia or somewhere else in the world. Blessings to you. I will see you soon. Feel free to reach out to me through Insight Timer or follow. If you have any questions or anything else, please reach out to me and let me know. Sending you all a big hug. Hetty, drop me a message through Facebook. I have an idea. And anyways, much love to all of you. Linda, Deborah, yes, El, Shabbat Shalom, Namaste, whatever we want to say. Amen, hallelujah. Have a great weekend. We'll see you soon, either in somebody else's live or in the next one of mine. All right, blessings to you all. Bye-bye.